welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Frugal Vlogmas day 19. I'm back in my greenhouse. It's absolutely freezing. I'm not going to be in here for long. I've decided I'm going to probably go inside and finish this off inside because it is so cold. The dog is, as you can see by her tail behind me, is rummaging around. So today I'm making the last of my decorations. I'm just doing some hanging greenery to hang outside my back door. Now, when I was a child and up into my teens, we never used to make wreaths. My mum didn't make wreaths. We just used to hang big bunches of greenery on the door for decoration. And that's what I always do on the back door. I seem to do a wreath on the front door and a hanging decoration on the back door. Occasionally, if I just haven't got round to doing a wreath, I just hang a big bunch of greenery, and I think it looks really effective. I say I'm really lucky that I can go and pick stuff, so I'm just sort of making the most of what I have around me. So I've got, show you, I have got this enormous long branch of yew which my neighbour gave me. He's been trimming his hedge and he gives me this nice big long bit of yew, and I've trimmed some side branches off it so that it hangs down straighter. I don't want too much sticking out because I've just got this sort of long sort of piece at the side of my back door that I'm going to hang it up on, so I need it sort of down. I don't need it too sprayed sticking out. I've also got another of this infamous greenery that we must find out the name of, but I still haven't got round to it. Again, I've tried to pick quite a long piece. And then I've also got two very long sprays of holly. I went out and picked two of really long pieces, and I'm going to join those together, just hanging down to make a sort of hanging greenery. I'm going to wire these all together so I'll arrange them a bit better. Like David Bellamy here. Boo. And then I'm going to add some ribbon and some pine cones and some baubles with my glue gun, and then I'm going to hang it up outside the back door. So I'm going to go and do that now, but I think I'm going to relocate into my kitchen because it's a bit chilly out here today. I've relocated inside now because it was just too cold. So I'm on my kitchen table. I have my glue gun heating away nicely, and I've put the branches together. It's rather large, so I can't get it all in the shot here. That's zooming in, zooming out. But I've put the branches together and I've wired them at the top. And what I've learnt by experience is instead of just trying to wire them all in one go, they just slip out. I wire first of all one on to the main branch, then I'll wire another one on and then the other one on. So I do it in stages, and that seems to hold them a lot firmer rather than just putting one wire around and trying to get them all to stay. So I've wired that, and then I've covered that up with this piece of ribbon. This is ribbon that I got in the sales. It was a piece, just a piece I had left on the roll, which is why it's the length that it is. It probably would be better being a little bit longer, but this is what I've got. The ribbon that I used last year was the other half of this, or the other piece of this. Unfortunately, I couldn't reuse it because with the wet weather last year, it really faded and just was awful. It wasn't good at all. It wasn't reusable. So I thought, right, well, I'm just going to use what I've got left of this nice piece of sparkly red ribbon. So I've put that around the top there to sort of hide the wire a bit, and to just hang down in the foliage to give some colour. I've got these massive pine cones that I've just placed in to see where I'm going to put them, and I'm going to have a try glue gunning them in. If they don't work, then I will have to wire them in, but I'm hoping just to get the glue gun on them. And then I've got some baubles I'm putting in for some colour as well. I've got another cone there and another one. I'm trying to sort of get texture sort of things hidden here and there. And I've got a few more baubles about, which I'm going to sort of dot about and glue where I think they'll give it a pop of colour. And then I've got these are just clip-on poinsettias. So I've just sort of clipped them on for now, but I might move them around when I get it outside where it looks like there's gaps. So it is quite long. So I'm going to try and glue gun some of these things in now and see how I get on. So as I thought, the pine cones were a bit big to just glue, so I have wired them in place. A couple on the outside are a little bit sort of movable. I'm going to tighten them up once I hang this up, when it's in place, and I can sort of tighten the wire around the branches easier and see exactly where I want them. So I've wired those. I've only put 4 on so far. I might put some over here, I'm not sure yet, but I think I'm going to hang it up and see what it looks like first. I've put in some baubles just to give it some splashes of colour. So these pine cones, I just collect them when I go for walks, dog walks and stuff. I just collect them all through the year and keep them, dry them out and keep them then for decorating at Christmas. And the baubles, I just, whenever I see any in the sale, I do get through a lot for hanging decorations. Sometimes you can reuse them, but a lot of the time they just fade or break. So if I ever see some in a sale, I pick them up. And the ribbon was in a sale, and it was, I say, a piece left on the reel from last year. So yeah, it hasn't cost me that much at all. These I got in the sale as well after Christmas a couple of years ago. So I always sort of pick up things that I know I'm going to use, which I do. I used a few. I had one pack. I used some last year, and I'm using the rest this year, because these are another thing that sort of fade and break, especially because we get such windy weather up here. So I'm going to hang this on my door now and see what it looks like, and then tweak it and possibly bring it in and add some more things if I think it needs them. And this is it, all finished and hanging outside my door. A nice sort of splash of colour. I did add another poinsettia, and I thought it was a little bit bare there, so I've added a little robin watching us all for Christmas. So there we are. That is my hanging decoration. I really like it. I hope you have a go making your own. It's great fun, although my hands are a little bit itchy from the greenery. I should have kept my gloves on, but I didn't because of using the glue gun. I usually get my gloves all sort of covered in glue. I'm not careful. But there is my hanging decoration, all ready for Christmas, including a little robin to keep an eye on us all. Until next time, stay frugal.